A child prodigy gave birth to an NBA legend. Basketball fans, welcome back. We present the most interesting sports stories. We're going to embark on an incredible adventure today as we learn the tale of how a little prodigy became an NBA icon. Prepare to get motivated. Imagine a young athlete whose brilliance was evident from the beginning and whose goals stretched beyond the court he played on. This is the tale of unrelenting perseverance, unshakable commitment, and the quest for excellence. This prodigy's journey from dominating local leagues to making a stunning NBA debut is truly amazing. We'll trace their journey from early aspirations to the height of professional basketball, highlighting the events that solidified their legend. Before we begin this amazing tale, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more motivational sports stories. Are you ready to witness the creation of an NBA legend? Now let's get started. Despite winning everything before turning 19, he didn't receive the first selection in the NBA draft for whatever reason. After 6 years and numerous records, Luka Doncic stands as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Our ascent has been a great deal of joy. My hand has always held a special place. This video will analyze Luka Magic's extraordinary talent and explain the improbable account of how a little Slovenian boy rose to become one of the NBA's best stars. Luka is now genuinely Luka. Since his father, Saša Doncic, was a professional basketball player in Slovenia, Luka grew up around basketball. The first time he saw his father perform live, he wasn't even old enough to speak. Since my father played basketball, I was constantly around the game. Even though my father had hit me on the rim since I was around 3 years old, I always went to shoot during halftime or before the game. By the time I was 5, Luka was playing basketball on a regular basis. He attended his first official basketball practice at the age of 8, and it lasted exactly 16 minutes. Luka's coach quickly recognized his superiority over others in his age group and promoted him to play alongside the 12-year-olds. Despite this, Luka didn't face any significant obstacles to his dodging skills. Coaches chose to promote Luka from the basketball school to the Olympians Club squad, which is for the most serious athletes after a few practices. I've known about this little phenomenon since I was 7 years old. For the first few years, Luka was primarily a complimentary player, never leading a team in scoring because he was 3 years younger than everyone else and his feet were outgrowing his body. However, as I also played basketball, I always kept a close watch on his progress. On the court, he wasn't always able to accomplish his goals and was occasionally awkward. However, in the end, this strengthened his will to persevere and his basketball IQ. Despite the fact that his teammates considered him a younger brother off court due to their age difference, Luka refused to accept that kind of treatment on the court and never allowed bullying to occur. When Luka was 13, he played with children his own age for the first time. At 5 feet 11, Luka participated in an international under-13 tournament in Rome. At the time, his IQ and basketball prowess were well above those of any 13-year-old in the world. He dropped easy jumpers and ran circles around defenders without looking. Luka led his side to a 104-76 victory in the tournament's championship game, dawned with a 54-point triple-double. His average of 34 points per game earned him the title of MVP of the event, leaving every youth scout in Europe in awe. Abruptly, the secret was revealed. Not just in basketball, but in general, he became the most sought-after 13-year-old athlete in Europe. He moved to Real Madrid 6 months after leaving his parents, which at the time was a highly perilous choice. He was less mature than a child because he had to leave behind his family, all of his friends, the school he attended, and everything he knew. However, moving away from home at the age of 13 accelerates the process of maturation. This in turn helped him develop as a basketball player. It was quite difficult. I had no acquaintances. To be honest, I almost didn't speak English at all. I just didn't know how to say hi. How about you in that regard? No one could understand me. I was not fluent in Spanish. Thus, it was quite difficult. That's why my Spanish learning progressed so swiftly. After 3 months, I was content to just be there and do nothing. Pay attention and keep silent. Luka was not fluent in Spanish. From a young age, Luka had experienced a significant distance from his parents. Even more crucially, Real Madrid's primary focus was on football, and their basketball team had not won a trophy in 5 years. Moreover, sending a young player to Madrid or Barcelona is rarely a winning combination, regardless of talent. Despite the large number of young athletes who attend that school but never make the first team, Luka was not about to back down from a challenge. He resumed playing with older children, earning MVP awards and controlling youth competitions. He picked up Spain's language and culture quite quickly. At the age of 16, he started training with the senior squad, having already spent 2 years at the age of 15. For the 2015-16 season, he made his debut for Madrid, becoming the third youngest debutant in league history and the youngest player to ever play for Rio. Doncic established himself as a regular starter for Real Madrid's senior squad. When he made his Europa League debut, he became just the 21st player in history to participate in the competition before turning 17 years old. He was also 17, and he would make certain passes, the mechanics of which I have no idea how he did. He had an IQ of 17 or higher. And then, in December 2016, during the 2016-17 season, Luka erupted. 4 days after winning Player of the Week in the Spanish League, Dodge made history as the youngest player to receive MVP in the Europa League round against Salgueiros. However, the achievement alone was not noteworthy. That's Luka's method. Like the cold-blooded veteran, he made 2 clutch shots in the final minute of play to win the match. Don Church, furthermore, in the toughest competition in Europe, Luka wasn't only a hot reserve player. Rather, he was a starter and the best player on the court. A 17-year-old shouldn't be able to dominate his team in a game like that. Nate is clutch and doesn't hesitate to take those shots, but Luka has lived his entire life preparing for those situations and has always faced stronger opponents. By the end of the season, he had won the Spanish League Best Young Player Award, the Europa League Emerging Star Award, and MVP of the round 3 more times. He was selected as the Emerging Star by a unanimous vote. Following the season, Luka committed to participating in the 2017 Eurobasket with the Slovenian national team. To create a backcourt, he teamed up with Goran Dragic, a player Luka had played with his father when Luka was just 6 years old. When he was older, around 8 or 7, he would attend practices as a ball boy or come watch the game. When he was about 2 years old, he'd come and watch. After a decade and a half, they established themselves as the finest backcourt in Europe, with Luka's deft passing and the Dragic's lightning-fast speed driving the other guards insane. Even though Draghi was undoubtedly the team's top player, Slovenia appeared more steady under Danic's offense planning, making excellent choices on practically every possession as Slovenia defeated Latvia 103-97 in the quarterfinals. In the semifinals against Spain, Luka pulled down 9 rebounds in addition to scoring 27 points. With just 8 turnovers and 11 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists, Slovenia triumphed once more. In the championship matchup with Serbia, Luka finished with 7 rebounds and 8 points. It completes it. Luka Dawson, who left the game in the third quarter due to an injury, is another noteworthy example. However, drug use remained a mystery to all of us. Luka not only made the all-tournament team with an average of 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, but he also won the tournament MVP title with 35 points. So no, this is not a joke. Take note of what I just said. He will rank among the greatest in the world. There was no doubt about Real Madrid's top player and leader at the beginning of the 2018-19 club season. Luka took control of the offense and began directing his teammates. He would frequently wave his hand at veterans who began screening without permission. This level of moxie and thorough comprehension of basketball was unheard of, at least not in an 18-year-old. But Luka proved it all with his performance. He was the youngest player to win Player of the Month and many Player of the Round trophies, which he won early in the Spanish League. I appreciate you looking. Remember to subscribe and like our YouTube channel.